How's it going, everybody? EK1 Gaming here, and welcome back to another Destiny 2 video. Today's video, we're going to be showing you a full guide on how to do the GM Proving Grounds. This is probably the hardest GM this season, so we're going to try and make that a little bit easier for you. If you do enjoy it, hit the like button and the subscribe button. And of course, the footage is from one of my Twitch streams last night where we got Conquer Gilded. So if you do want to follow us on Twitch, go ahead and do so. So to start with, here are the builds that we are running, so you can pause it on the build. We have 1 Titan and then 2 Warlocks. Now, what we are doing is running scout rifles, pulse rifles, because it is overload and unstop, and also you're going to need all 3 burns, so solar, void, and arc. Now, when you spawn in, you're going to want to go to the left-hand side of where you've got to go. So if you come up here and just go onto the rocks, there's going to be some kind of tubing at the top. You're going to stand up there, and the first thing you want to do as a team is take out the turrets that you see. So you can see my teammates are actually shooting at the turrets now. There's one dead there. There should be around 3 or 4 of those turrets. So once you've started shooting those, make sure you've got rid of them first, because they will do a lot of damage to you. There will, of course, be NPCs, but generally they won't hit you from here. You can kind of just pick them off with a scout rifle. But the main thing to focus on, of course, is the turrets first. If you stand up on the top here, you can be able to see sort of the back turret right there. So you just take out these turrets. Should only take a few shots, and that's the first thing you're going to want to do. You can also try and get the Unstoppable to come to you here. If you can see him, but he will be down towards the right hand side, but he's not there at the moment. Sometimes he is, sometimes he isn't. It's not a big deal. You can get him to come out afterwards. You will notice that there is a barrier champ there, so from this position you're going to want to take out that barrier champ as a team. So just basically focus fire him, get him down as fast as you can if you want to do it quick. I use a couple of anarchy shots. I do miss a couple of anarchy shots as well, but yeah, you can take him down. We are using anarchies for this, and I'll show you exactly why in just a second. They come in clutch on this mission. So once you've got down the barrier champ, make sure all the turrets are down, as I say. Just basically clear up the ads. Now, once the ads are clear, you are going to go across to the left even more. This is where we're going to try and draw out the sort of mini boss that's going to come out. So just take out your last turret. As you can see, the amount of damage that turret does is ridiculous. So what you're going to do is you're going to spend most of the time here, and what you're going to do is just clear up the rest of the ads. So there's going to be some unstops. You can clear up the unstops and clear up the orange bar ads. Take them down as quick as possible. They're pretty easy, the unstops, to stun, generally, if they are playing ball, but you can pretty much just take them down as a team. And once you've taken all of the ads out, the boss is going to spawn out of the door, or the mini boss, with an unstop as well. What you're going to do is take out the unstops first. So any barrier champs or any kind of champs, you are going to take them out first. Prioritize those, because they will do big damage to you. So for us, we're just going to sort of take out a few of these orange bars so they're not rushing us or coming up onto this ledge. They generally won't come all the way up onto the ledge, but they will, you know, they will come close and start shooting you. So take out the champs as quick as possible. So when he's dead, what you're going to do now is go ahead and do some damage to the mini boss. So you're going to watch out for his launcher. He's going to launch loads of projectiles at you. Just be careful for that, and then just basically do as much damage as you can to the boss until you see him pop his bubble. So you want to make him pop his bubble. He'll go immune, and he'll run into the center and pop like a shield around him. Now, once he is barriered up, there is going to be a doorway to the left. So I advise putting an anarchy in this run, but put an anarchy just in front of this doorway, and there will be an unstop. So focus the unstop. Make sure you kill it as fast as you can. Then clear up all the other ads. There will be an unstop that spawns at the back, and he'll start running towards you guys. And then the idea is just mount the unstop as fast as you can. And then one person has to get to the other side of the force field, or the bubble, or whatever you want to call it. So just make sure somebody can get to the other side. And this is where the anarchy is going to come in clutch. So kill the unstop as quick as possible. We are a man down here just for a second. The boss will one-tap you, so be very careful. You know, to stay out of the way of the projectiles that the boss launches. So once you've got the unstop down, run around to the other side. Make sure your teammate gets the aggro on the opposite side by shooting the bubble. As you can see, Matty there is going to go over and get the aggro. I will get the res on the way through here as well, so I'll have time just to get the res. And then pop out your anarchy and hit the middle pod. So just literally smash the middle pod there. And we use Anarchy because it's damage over time. You can see the damage tick numbers there, and it should break the shield. Once the shield's broken, literally just wreck the boss. You can use Anarchy or whatever you want to use. But I would recommend at least sort of 2 people having Anarchy in this. All 3 of us were running Anarchy when we did it. But basically just wreck the boss. And then that's the first part pretty much done. It's easy. You know, it's once you've got the hang of just going over to that side and know where the ads spawn, you can pretty much race through it. Now for the tank room, now do not jump down when you get to this area. What you're going to want to do is take out the 2 interceptors that you can see, or any ads that you can see as well. But mainly the 2 interceptors that you're going to see. You can probably just about see them from up here if you crouch down and get into a good angle. Like here, you can see the interceptors. They do have void shields, but any guns, anything with sort of explosive payload or anything like that on is going to do damage to the actual interceptor. So there's one on the left and there's also one on the right. Now, you have to take these down because if you jump down, the likelihood is you're probably going to get absolutely wrecked. There are champs down there. There are orange bars, and of course there are 3 interceptors, but we're going to take 2 out. So there's one, and then switch sides, and then just take the next one out. It might take you a little bit, don't worry, just don't rush. You know, we do have time. We're going to do this in plenty time. So just make sure they are both completely dead. Now, once they're dead, you can have a look through the window and see where the rest of the ads are to make sure none are directly sort of near you when you're going to drop down. So just have a quick scan around. You know, all the people are there. Look, we can kill that one at the bottom there. So they're all pretty much on the bridge. Now, there's a sniper left and right up in the top. So the first ones you're going to kill are the 2 snipers. You're going to run down and go to the left and hide behind this shield here and kill the snipers. So first thing you're going to want to do is kill the snipers. As you can see, look, the champs will absolutely destroy you here. So as soon as you get down, just tuck right in to that sort of shielded area. And make sure, you know, get any reses that you need to get. Use your wall, or if you want to do anything like that, use your barricade. But basically take out these snipers first, because these are going to literally like one-tap you. So once you've took out the snipers, what you can do then is start focusing on the other ads around. So there are some solar shields. There's an arc shield here as well. So just be very careful when you're doing this, because they will hurt you. Just make sure there's rifts and there's all sorts of different things down. So there's the arc guy. He's gonna die now. It's really just about sticking together on this and focus firing as much as you can. There is going to be another interceptor, but please do not kill that interceptor. Wait until the last enemy is dead and then kill the interceptor, because when you kill that interceptor, it procs the tanks coming out, and the last thing you want is a load of ads and tanks. A quick tip here is you can shoot underneath this shield if the barriers go down. So you'll see, I think, in this footage where the barrier will jump down and we can shoot him from underneath the actual shield itself. He doesn't shoot us from under there, but we can hit him from under there. So if you just look underneath here, in a second he is going to walk through. And then we'll be able to do damage right through the bottom of the shield area. So here we go. He's walking through there now. There we go. So just crouch down and do as much damage as you can. Obviously killing both of the barriers. You can do this quicker. You know, we kind of just took our time on this one. We didn't want to get it wrong. And I'd advise that for anybody doing this mission. Just take your time. Don't rush it. You know, don't keep looking at the clock and worrying. Just get it right first time, and then you'll be good. You only have to do it once, remember that. So basically kill all the barriers, and then at the end kill the interceptor. Now you will get some dogs that come out at some point, so I don't know if it's timed or it's just procced on how many kills you've got in this room, but dogs will rush you from the left side and from the center. So be sure to keep an eye out on any ads that are kind of running out. Have somebody watching all the time. Make sure you also take out the Scion. The yellow bar Scion needs to go. You know, you need to take him out before the interceptor. So here is the dogs. You can put an Anarchy down if you want to, but just make sure somebody is watching. So now you've killed all of the ads, just finish off the interceptor and run directly to the left where my teammates are here. The tank is going to spawn out of this room, and there's one over the other side. Literally put a few Anarchy shots. Make sure you get your grenades down. Try and kill as much as you can. You might get 1 or 2 people die here. I think I die here as well. But all you're going to want to do is go back once the first tank is sort of down. Go back to this area where I'm standing. and then we can concentrate on the other tanks and the ads. Snipers will respawn as well, so make sure you've got somebody on sniper duty. They'll only spawn this one time, so once you've killed them again now, they'll be gone. So just make sure you get rid of them. So there's one up this side as well. Let's kill him. And then basically what you're going to want to do is when that first tank's dead, just clear ads. Just regroup behind this and just clear some ads. Now, people will go down. People, you know, you will have to use some revives because the splash damage is ridiculous. The other tank sometimes moves across to here, which it has here. So try and get some hits on the other tank as well. And of course, be careful with these barrier champs. They will kind of push up. They don't generally push all the way up. This is the closest I've pretty much seen one, but make sure you focus fire, do call out and kill them. As you can see there, the tank will one-tap you. If you poke out, the tank will hit you and will kill you. So just be careful and observant when you're poking out. Again, watch for those dogs. Use reses, you know, make sure you res your teammates before doing anything else. And then basically all you do is clear some ads and then fire some anarchy. Make sure you just hit the tank with the anarchy, not like me and miss. But basically just do as much damage as you can until the tank is dead. You're going to want to get this tank down as fast as possible, really. But also, you know, being observant to all of the barrier champs that are around you. They are going to be trying to kill you as well. So it's up to you which way you do it. Whether you keep the tank up or you keep one of the champs up. It's up to you, dependent on your game, how the champs are acting. Sometimes, you know, they rush. Sometimes they sit back. It's completely up to you. But for this method here, what we've done or how it's played out for us, we managed to take the barrier out first. And then we could just all concentrate on the tank. So just basically anarchy the tank or whatever you want to do, you know. Put supers on it if you want. If you want to pop a wall at any point, pop a wall in this area as well. Once the tank's dead, you can then proceed to the next area. So first things first, when you're entering the next area, just sit back slightly and take out the unstopped champs. Also, any ads that you see from this doorway, just sit back in your rifts and just take them out as quick as possible. You can use finishers on them if it's quicker for you, or however you want to do it. Just make sure you clear as much as you can from this point here. So don't rush in because you will die. There will also be turrets. If you get a random rock like that, it's going to make life a little bit difficult because we couldn't get through the door without jumping over it. But generally just clear them from the doorway. So just keep popping in and out of the doorway, clearing all of the ads you can. Watch the sniper Scion as well. He will one-tap, so be careful with that. Laurely Splendor on the Titan is very good for this, you know, because you do get that little bit of life back if they do hit you. But generally a GM, if you're going to get one-tapped, that's it, you know. Even if you've got the Laurely, you're pretty much down. So just take the ads out, take your time in doing so. And once they're all dead, one person is going to go and grab the orb or the core. Do not rush through that door. What you can do is stand on the back plates where my teammate is here, where I'm going to stand. And then basically just use your scout to go through. You might have to just sort of egg them on a little bit by running towards the door. But stay back. Just kill the gladiators. The gladiators are an absolute nightmare in this. So kill as many ads as you can from here without going in. If you rush in, you are going to die. There's a lot of NPCs. There's also 2 turrets inside that room to the left as you go in and look up diagonally. So clear all these ads you can. And once they're clear, you can sort of peek around the door. So when you're running and jumping across here, make sure you jump high because there are rocks in the air and those rocks will kill you. So be sure to go really high with your jump. Now here you can have somebody carrying the core if you want to. There are ads now to the right hand side where you have to plant. If you want to get your teammates to kill them, you can. Or if you want to help out, just drop the core and then go ahead and help out and kill the barrier champ. But it's up to you, really. I chose to kind of hold the core a little bit here, so they can just take out the anti-barrier champ, which they're pretty good at with the fusion nades. You know, it doesn't take them long to take down a champion. But the core will run out as well, so it's dependent on how fast you want to do it. But go back and grab the core if it does run out, and then you can plan. Now, make sure your 2 teammates have killed both turrets. So when you run in, they're going to stand at the next door, which is to the left of where I am now. So go ahead, deposit this, and there's going to be ads at that door where they're going through. So just clear them again, stand at an angle. Do not stand straight on at the door. Take out the turrets, And also take out as many adds as you can from this area. Do not stand directly in front of the door because you will get killed. So always put yourself at a bit of an angle, you know, where you can just about see them. Once you've killed them all, ours bugged out slightly. Usually when you pick up the core, they spawn behind you in this door, the gladiators and the barrier champs. But for us, they spawned without us touching the core. So be careful, look behind you because they will absolutely destroy you. Now, when usually you pick up the core, you come back here to this area and you clear all these adds. But we'll do it now because they just spawned early. So clear these adds before you even bring the core over. Don't even bother bringing it over. You're going to need all 3 of you with your firepower to take out as many adds as possible. So just clear them all. There will be a barrier champ there. So just make sure you get all the kills you possibly can in this room and it's clear. So we've just killed the barrier champ. Now someone can go over and get the core. Be careful behind you here, up on the ledge, which we're going to have a look at in a minute. There will be a scion up there. So be very careful. You see him trying to snipe me there. So be careful. Get your teammates to go up there as well to wreck the scion. He will take you out, believe me. So then grab the core. Again, jump high. Don't do any low jumping because it is risky. You don't want to die from a rock. Especially you know, this late on and you've done the hard room, you've done the tank room. Now when we deposit the power core here, the door in the middle is going to open. There's going to be some champs. What you can do here is drop a well if you want to, or you can just do rifts. It's completely up to you, but stand back, don't go through the door. Kill as many NPCs as you can. There are going to be champs in here as well, so as you can see, just take all the dogs out. There's going to be an unstop in there and also a barrier as well. So take out the champs as quick as you can. As you see, my teammate there dropped a well for us, just to make it a little bit easier. They are running the fusion nade build as well, so if they do anarchy, they can literally throw as many fusions as they like. So just take out these adds from this area. Don't rush in. There is no rush on time. Don't worry about that. You're going to do it in good time. Just take your time with it. Get it right first time. Now, if you made it this far, you're doing great. Now, when we start this boss, now this is the last boss, we're going to get our supers back automatically. Run to the back corner, the far left corner here. So there are going to be adds that come out of this room eventually. But what we're going to do is basically stand in this corner here. You will get hit by those projectiles, the orbs we'll call them. Just be careful of the orbs or be careful of the boss's shots because they will one tap. But if someone does go down, the other person can hide inside that room. You do need to go on the edge of the room though, the fire pit. So be very careful. Do not run into the fire in the middle section. I'll show you that in just a second because you will die. It will just take you out. So clear as many adds as you can. Stand on the ledge here like I am. See, I'm the last person standing here. But because I'm on the ledge, you don't take damage. When you move forward, you start taking damage. Lucky enough for me, I was radiant at the time. So I was quite lucky, you know, and the revive gave me an overshield. So basically just be careful when standing in that room. You can use it as a scapegoat, really, like a get out of jail free card, but be careful where you stand. Make sure you stand in the center of it. So what you're going to do is now just gradually take the boss down. Make sure all the adds are dead that's around the boss, and then just gradually work on his on the damage phase of the boss. He is phased, so you can't just kill him, but when you've done enough damage, what he'll do is he will actually pop a shield up and he'll stay in his shield. Then you can clear adds, and then 2 unstops are going to spawn out the right side door. 1 unstop left, 1 unstop right. So once you've cleared all the adds, just keep doing damage to the boss, you know, as much as you can. I'd preserve some of your heavy if you can. If you want to put a sort of an anarchy across the right-hand door, the left-hand door, always have people on orb watch, because those orbs, we'll call them orbs, I don't know what they're called, they will kill you. That's it. You game over. They will wipe the whole squad. So make sure somebody's always watching those, always shooting at them, always making sure that they don't hit the team, because we are clumped up in a little area here. We could literally end our whole mission in just 1 drop of those orbs. Now, once you've done enough damage, as I said earlier, he'll put a shield up, and then unstops will spawn. So 1 unstop will come from here with some adds, and there'll be 1 the opposite side. So the opposite side of the map to the left here, there will be another one. he will run across to you, so be very careful. Here he is here. He'll run up to you. Make sure, again, somebody's on orb duty. Make sure you kill the unstop as fast as you can, because that will do a lot of damage. This is where it gets slightly hectic in this room. Apart from this is probably sort of the most hectic part of it with the orbs. I got yeeted by something. I don't really know what hit me there, but God knows. So just get reses as quick as you can. Make sure, again, you've got your other teammates shooting orbs like we have here, so none of them orbs hit you. And then you're going to look at how to combat the boss here. So he's in his shield. You have to once again hit the pod in the middle. We'll call it a pod. Hit the pod in the middle to deactivate the shield so we can damage the boss. Now, how we're going to do this is one person is going to run around to the left side, and one is going to stay on the right side and get aggro. So we need to capture the boss's aggro. all of this time, he's still going to be shooting orbs at us. So you can see Matt is doing a bit of a circuit now. I'm trying to keep the aggro here. He'll run in and pop an anarchy shot on the pod. This might take 2 or 3 attempts, and you might have to hit the pod 2 or 3 times, because it just depends where these orbs are going to go. They will not stop shooting orbs until you've got that shield down. So basically, the quicker you do this, the better, but do take your time as well to make sure you get it right first time, because otherwise you're going to die or you're going to get caught. I think Matty does die at some point here, and we go and get the res, but just take your time. There's no rush now. There's no other ads. All there is some balls in the air that you're going to have to shoot, and also just try and keep the boss's aggro over in this direction, while your teammate, preferably somebody with Icarus Dash, he can go ahead, jump in the bubble, and also get the anarchy shot off as quick as possible. As you can see, he dies here, but it's fine. He did get 1 anarchy shot off. So what we're going to do now is the other player is going to go around to the left. I'm going to keep aggro on the right side. So as you can see, I'm just going to stay here. Let him hit me a little bit, you know, keep poking my head up so he can see me. Also, shooting at the bubble is a good idea as well, because that does get his attention. And then what we're going to do is the teammate will go around to the opposite side and get the res, while we just basically keep this aggro. So you'll see now I'm just going to start going crazy, keeping aggro. My teammate's going around to the left to get the res. When he gets the res, they can actually get the anarchy shots off if they want to quickly as well, if the boss doesn't turn around. So you can see he doesn't turn around, so that Matt goes back now, and so does Flem, and gets those anarchy shots off as much as we can. You can see it now. There we go. The shield is down. Once that shield goes down, there are going to be projectiles that come out, so the orbs, and also there's going to be ads that spawn. So be careful. They will just literally rush you. The next phase really is just about clearing ads and then getting some big damage on the boss to proc his final stand, or his final phase, should I say, which is going to be another bubble. So just keep hitting him. Make sure you clear ads on the way around. If he does get a bit too much, like he comes up to you like this, just switch sides so you can just move over to the opposite direction. Now, he's come right next to us here, so we're in trouble. So we need to go across now to the other side. We're not going to wipe him out. So basically run forward or jump through the fire pit. It's up to you if you want to risk the fire pit, and then go this side. So it gives us a little bit more room to maneuver. It gives us time to regroup and also stay alive, of course, because if you wipe, that's it. You're going back to the beginning now. So do as much damage as you can to proc his shield again. So use anarchy or whatever you want to use on him. Just make sure that he goes down to his last third of health, or his last bar of health. And then once that's happened, he will pop up another shield. Important thing to mention here, when he does pop that shield, run back to the entrance of the area. So where you came in, all of you go all the way back there and get behind the second lot of barriers. So not these ones, but these here. And then his orbs that he fires out won't hit you. Please still shoot them though, just in case, because the game, you know, it's not perfect. It can be buggy. You're looking now for a champ on the left and a champ on the right. So them orbs in the sky won't hit you. His actual damage will hit you, but you're going to go for an unstop on the left, look, and an unstop on the right. So just wipe out both of them. So stun both of them as quick as possible, basically. Just keep stunning, and then all focus one. So as you can see, we're focusing the one on the left. The right one was already stunned. We're going to stun him again. And then all we're going to do is melt him down as soon as he's stunned. Just be careful to stay alive here. Use this for cover if you need to. And then what you can do is just kind of regroup a second. These orbs won't hit you from all the way back here, but if you move forward, they will. So get as much heavy and stuff as you can. You know, watch the orbs just in case. And what we're going to do now is one person is going to go to the right side of the shield, and one person is going to go to the left, or you can do 2 and 1. It's up to you guys. So what the idea is basically get your Anarchy out. One runs to the right, one runs to the left. One gets aggro, it doesn't matter what side. The other one jumps into the bubble quickly, hits an Anarchy or 2 off onto the pod, and jumps straight back out, and then get down the bottom area. Now, while he's doing that, the other person is keeping aggro. So as you can see, I'm going to go around to the right side. Flem is going to come around with me here as well. And then Matty, I think, is going to go to the left. So just make sure you're shooting these orbs. These orbs will just ruin your day. Believe me, you don't want to not shoot them. So when we're round here, what we can do is get his aggro. So in a second, I'm going to jump up now and just hit one of them. So hit an Anarchy, get his aggro. So now he's aggroed on me. There are orbs chasing me. My teammates are shooting them as well. So he's aggroed on me now. So Matty now can jump up and do exactly what I did. So he's shooting at me. If you get below him like this, that's a good area to be in, because it really does clear up the area for your teammate to go ahead. Now, there'll be loads of ads that spawn here. Just make sure you take your time and kill the ads. The most important thing about this section is stay alive. So if you have to run back like I did, just simply run back. If you have to use your super, use your super. As long as you're clearing those ads first, that's it. Don't worry about damaging the boss at the moment. Just worry about the ads. So once all the ads are clear, it's just use and the boss. So exactly what you think it's going to be, just absolutely wreck him. So when you're wrecking him, just use all of your Anarchy, use all of your supers, use whatever you want to use. Just make sure you do as much damage. You do not want to die here, because this is it. This is the final straight. Literally, as soon as he dies, all you got to do, go grab yourself a beer. You just completed the hardest GM this season. If you did find this helpful and you want to support the channel, hit the like button, hit that subscribe button. If you want to become a member of the channel, hit that join button, and also follow us on Twitch for our regular Destiny 2 and Outrider streams. Take care, everybody. Stay safe, and we'll see you all next time.